your journey deeper. Baby, now hold me close. Let's take this overboard.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? It's your girl Magenta, and I'm back with another video. I am back in New York City. I've been back in New York City for about 2 weeks now, which I'm not happy about because I don't like this weather. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Life has to keep going. Money has to be made. Bills have to be paid. I'm crying real tears, but we gonna get together, working towards financial freedom. But anyway, but yeah, so St. Kitts, I did want to talk about St. Kitts a little bit. St. Kitts is and Nevis. St. Kitts and Nevis is a really, really beautiful country. I do recommend traveling there, especially if you are traveling solo. I do recommend St. Kitts and Nevis. It is pretty safe out there. The people there is really nice. They're really sweet, really helpful, and yeah. And if you do want to travel out there, I definitely recommend traveling for carnival too. They have their carnival season at the end of December till January 2nd. Yeah, so definitely y'all should go for carnival. Carnival was really nice. I really enjoyed actually seeing carnival live in the island. This was my first time traveling to one of the islands for a carnival season as well. So it was really nice to see everyone in their costumes, dressed up. Like, it was really cute. It was really cute. Hopefully I could also play mass. I think that's what they say, playing mass, where you dress up. Yeah, playing mass, which is short for masquerade. So it's like participating in the carnival, dressing up in the costumes and stuff like that. So I definitely would love to do that one day. I don't know which island I would do it. I wouldn't mind doing it for St. Kitts, and I wouldn't mind doing it um, in Barbados, and I wouldn't mind doing it in Grenada. That'd be so cute. But yeah, St. Kitts is really pretty. It's a very peaceful island, and I do believe that it is more established because I've been to Antigua and I've been to Grenada, and I've been to Belize years ago. But as of recently, I've been to Antigua and Grenada, and both the countries are established, but I think St. Kitts is a little bit more established. Supposedly, I heard in St. Kitts and Nevis that they're the only Caribbean island country that pays more in minimum wage, I believe. So I ain't gonna lie, St. Kitts and Nevis, I didn't go to Nevis, but St. Kitts definitely seen a lot more kept up. Even like the roads were not bumpy. The roads were nicely smooth paved. There was a line on the roads that you know which side you're on. Like, it just looks it just looks way more kept up, if that makes sense. But yeah, so it is a peaceful island. The beach is really nice, really relaxing, really soothing. And yeah, I do recommend traveling there. If you're curious on going, I say go. Get your ass up and go. Um, yeah. But yeah, I did want to talk about this new moon in Capricorn. This new moon in Capricorn, it just feels very grounding today. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not just saying that because Capricorns are grounding zodiac signs. I'm saying that because I genuinely feel like this first new moon of the year of 2026, being in Capricorn, and we're still in Capricorn season, it's just like perfect alignment. I don't know, it just feels like a planetary alignment right now. And I am a Capricorn moon, so I do think that this, especially like for me, how I feel about it. For me, I've been working on my business and working on workshops. I had my first workshop in-person workshop way before this year started. And I ain't gonna lie, being in that space, it just did something to my Capricorn moon. Like it just did something, you know what I'm saying? It just did something to my emotional state of mind when it came to my business. It just made me more motivated to keep going and to learn from my mistakes when it comes to my business, and just accepting that like I'm still young, I'm still learning. Don't be hard on yourself. Like again, when you put in effort, results will show. And that workshop just showed the effort that I've been putting in, because not only about the effort, just what is about the effort, but I think it's more so about the small consistencies that I've been doing when it came to my workshops last year, 2025. um, I started off with a workshop for the summer solstice pertaining to my orange collection. And then I ended up doing another workshop in the summer with the same, it was at a garden called Umoja Garden in Bushwick. And I did another workshop there. And then, fall came, I reached out to some businesses to do workshops, and this one got back to me. And I was really happy about that. And they got back to me wanting to see what's up. Like I said, they we collaborated on the space, and it was nice. And it was just nice to even be in that space and to seeing how successful her business is, especially in the community. And it just inspired me to just want to really like keep going, because you just never know who's going to open that door for you, who's going to say yes to you in the emails, who's going to put in have that space for you to just so you could grow in your business. You know what I'm saying? So it was just nice. I really felt it just touched me, like, because I've been MIA in my business for so long, and I've been like on the hiatus for so long. I've been basically just holding myself back from my business for so long. So to kind of come back and put in just and be consistent, but be consistent for a short period of time, and to see these results happening, it just showed me like, yo, if you just be consistent for a year, yeah. So that was really nice. And I think this Capricorn new moon, like I said, especially being the first new moon of the year in Capricorn, and we're in Capricorn season, it just, it's just, it's just like it feels like an amplifier to what I'm already doing. You know what I mean? And then what makes it even more special is that today I had a garden meeting with Annette. She's one of the garden members at the garden that I volunteer at. And she does a lot of garden work. Um, and she's also one of the planners, the garden scheduling for like events and workshops for the members. And I met up with her. We had tea at her house. We had raspberry tea. And it was just nice, like catching up with her and catching up with just garden talk, like just talking about the garden, especially with somebody that's been in that same space that I'm in. They see certain things, they're able to give me advice on certain things. I get to, really hear their point of view when it comes to gardening, and just what not to do, what to do, and just really like just being that support system in this garden journey, because she comes from a farm down south, and I didn't know that. She told me that today, so it was just nice to really hear her speak about where she's at with the garden and just the effort that she has put in. And it's just really nice. It was just really inspiring and really nice to talk to somebody that gets it for me. And yeah, so we was talking about all, garden talk, garden chit chat, garden politics and stuff. And I was able to really jot down some things that I want to execute for my business at the garden. So I was able to, throwing my little calendar dates for this year, and I'm so excited with what I came up with so far. So yeah, it was a very Capricorn day, you know. Had a meeting in business. Capricorns are about their business, they're about their stability, they're about their, they're about their money. So just having that conversation today is just, not only do I feel motivated and inspired, but it was just that push that I need to keep going, because I do believe that after the holidays, you know, we get into this like rhythm of just slowing down, which I do think is healthy. You should slow down. But sometimes we get into this rhythm where we're just like procrastinate, and we're just like, I'ma just, and I'm bad with that too. Like I definitely am a big procrastinator. So, you know, just being able to really like I said, like be motivated during this time. And I ain't gonna lie, like the winter is like a big motivation season for me, even though I don't like the weather. But the way I really be sitting in my crib thinking about creative things I want to do for the spring and summer, it's just like I've always been like that. But this is the year where I'm gonna really like execute those plans. I feel like there's so many times I really sat my black ass down in the winter time, been on Google Docs, typing up some things I want to do, and then next thing you know, I'm like, I'll put it out April 2nd. April 2nd come. I'll put it out June. June comes. Next thing you know, the whole summer gone. Next thing you know, we back into fall. And it's just like, damn, I ain't really put out much. I ain't really put in a lot of effort in my business and stuff. And it's like, I do not want to go through that cycle. I feel like that is a toxic cycle that I have with myself. And especially if I have these big dreams of just being an entrepreneur, being financially free, traveling, even just living, like that's my journey. So in order to see those things. But yeah, so today was really, really nice. Had a really chill day today. I didn't do too much. It's Sunday. I didn't even cook today. I bought lunch and I bought dinner. No, I bought lunch slash dinner, and then I bought lunch for tomorrow at work because I'm off Tuesday. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just buy lunch and just cook on Tuesday when I go before I go back to work Wednesday. So I didn't do too much, and I'm happy about that. And it's 8:46 p.m. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel very up right now because I did drink a yerba mate. So I do have a lot of like energy right now. Usually I'll be tired right now. Usually I'll just really wind down for the night. But right now I feel like I really want to still continue some business stuff and just stay up for a little bit longer and then go to sleep. Um, Speaking of Capricorn, I did get some new weed strains. I got pre-roll, some pre-rolls. This is raspberry cookies. It says Raz Kush right here. And this is a hybrid of cherry kush and Girl Scout cookies. It's a blend of raspberry, and the effects is relaxed and euphoric. And this is a sativa dominant hybrid. My first time trying this strain. Some pre-rolls, Blue Dream pre-rolls. So I just have some weed that's gonna last me. I love that. Love that, love that. So speaking of grounding, we got some herbs and yeah, and then honestly, I am coming out with some new herbal things. I'm not gonna say right now. I just want to post it when I post it. But right now, I am drinking burdock root tea. Burdock root tea is what I'm drinking. So I am studying some burdock root right now, and it's a very grounding herb. Is what I'm gonna say. Very perfect for this weather. Very perfect for this season. Very perfect to cleanse yourself, cleanse your digestive, ground yourself. Is I believe that this herb is really good to drink as a root tea. So, because it is a root herb as well. But yeah, thank you guys for coming to my video, and I see y'all soon. And new videos coming out soon. Bye. Also, Happy New Year for those who celebrate January 1st. I'm going to have another New Year celebration for the spring. So, but yeah, Happy New Year. Happy 2026. And